Hi, and welcome to my first video of drinking and drawing with Wild Wayne. For those of you who don't know me, sorry, I'm a pretty cool guy. Everybody loves me. The one question I get a lot is, as an artist, is how do you get the images in your head into paper or down into an image we have here? So today I'm working on Clip Studio Paint, one of my favorite programs to draw ink, comics, paintings, digital illustrations. I love doing it. This thing is so capable of doing it all. It's like Photoshop and Illustrator combined into one for me. And I've worked with both programs. They're great programs. So I'm getting a 7x7 square. It's going to be good. I have an image in my head here. I've had it in my head kind of all day. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sketch it out, work you through my thought processes so that you can see how I do it. And then hopefully it'll help inspire you to do it your way. Your way may be better than mine, but I haven't thought of it yet. Your job. So here we go. So the image I have in my head is like of a manga character whipping a samurai sword out of the belt in like a kimono kind of vest, threatening, cool image for me. It's been in my head all day. So I'm thinking here how I want this done. Now there are several ways we can start off here. I'm thinking, given the action of what I'm looking for, I want to go a little bit more extreme. I'm going to start off here in a diagonal line, whipping it out of the belt. So this is going to be the sword, and the sword and arm are going to be longer than the body. So we're going to be going back here to the point. Here is where the sword starts whipping out. And now we're just going to kind of line up how we want this to look. Now this is the torso. I mean, I'm drawing the torso because the belt's about mid-waist, and we're going to put that right about here. And then we have what's called the pelvis area region. We know. Let's move on. Ooh. So we got the sword right about here, so we're going to put the hand here holding on to the hilt. Kind of give a forearm, position the arm, getting much action out of it as we can. We're going to get this arm going in here. Now we're breaking the arm down from shoulder, bicep to elbow. So the shoulder is going to be up higher because he's really pulling it out. Got the bicep area here, and we're going to make that the elbow. All right, I'm just going to go forearm, all right, and then the hand. Now, we're thinking about the hand positioning. For me, it's always just been impression of a thumb, forefinger, rest of the hand. The rest is all sword. So we're just going to go ahead here. Now, this is just our simple guide where you can extend this, and I'll show you how later. So right now we got the pectorals up here on the shoulders, coming down here to the breasts. Yes, men have breasts. Don't believe me? Look at young pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Those things were the Dolly Partons of man boobies. Let's be honest. I'm like, geez, I wish my pecs were still that good. They're not. Old age. Old age. But I'm still nowhere near Arnold. Nobody was. That man had chest muscles that could open a can of beer by themselves, and probably did several times. It's like, why am I covered with beer? Your boobies did it, buddy. Okay, so we're just going to get the legs down here. I kind of want to change this position. I want the legs to be a bit more spread eagle. Mind your dirty thoughts, you little bastards. This is for balance. So we're going to bring the legs down here. Okay. Now we want the head somewhere around here now. I want it to look a bit more manga-ish, so we're going to work around this. This is just a rough sketch. And definitely I want to shrink it down a bit so I can get the full character into it. So I'm trying to get it down to size. And I can see where my lines are a bit off here, where I need to readjust. So now I got it down to size that's workable for now. We can always shrink it down more later. Don't worry yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Go with your flow, man. keep your inspiration running. So I'm liking this. Let's get this arm up here. That down. There we go. Straightening it out a bit more. Getting the line going. Now we know where the sword is. Sword's coming up here. And we're just going to go whoop. Because we went whipping out from that. We're just going to give us a guideline. Let's see. Let's see. Up a little bit higher. Okay, so we got an idea of where the sword is and how it's pulled out. So, ooh, so good. What we're doing is balancing the body proportional wise so it matches up with distance, where elbows are, shoulders. These lines tell us where the body is positioning. I think I want this leg to go a bit more out this way. Really go big. Let's get the foot going in here. Gotta bring that down just a little bit more. Too high up. There we go. Keep the distancing between the legs and hip. If this is like a right angle, these two have to form a perfect pyramid. It's proportional. Keeps the proportion going. And we can go the same way here, keeping that angle. Let's go a bit more out. So yeah, let's go down this way. And go on up, get that in. And, okay, I'm liking this imagery. I'm liking the action, the positioning. Let's see what we can go in from here now. First off, I think this is too much. Let's go right about there. I want to slice up that way. I like in this motion, so I'm thinking of, as I'm kind of sketching out here, is basically the silhouette. Okay, now if this looks compelling and interesting, then you know you have the good form going. It's a way of keeping an artistic view of where you're going with this by thinking outside the box. So I'm liking this action. It's a bit unbalanced, but yet it has a balance to it that relates to how we perceive in nature. Everything has a balance. And your artwork should have a balance. If you want to keep it that way, this is a good way to help you break it down. Remember, this is a sketch. So with this, I'm just going to go another layer. Real easy. And we're going to take this one down just a little bit because I want to keep a lot of that rough line in here. Keep going with what I'm thinking of doing here. We're going to go back to a color pencil, which is what I was using before. And go back up to this layer. And we're just going to kind of like get an idea of how I want his clothes to fit in this positioning. Bit upward more, showing a bit of a shoulder. And I'm liking this so much. I really am. Bring that up here. I'm going to get to really loose sleeves, which I'm liking. Now, it's going this way because it's following the motion we're following here. So, let's actually give it a bit more of a slant. You just grab our eraser and do a little woo erasing, just like you would with pencil and paper. That's what I love about this program. You can do so much, and it's just so easy with like a pen tip here on my little stylus here, because I have a Huron, new drawing tablet, digital one. I love it so much. If you're not a fan, that's cool. I'm not saying you have to be, bro. Do what your thing is, man. That's all I'm saying. We're just gonna give a bit of that wrapping to show the waist area here. So we got the going out there. Let's go ahead and give it the rest of a positioning here. So if I get rid of that layer, you kind of see what I have going on here. I'm kind of overlaying it so I can get an idea of how I want clothes to fit on the character based on their body positioning. And it's very loose and cartoony, but keep it loose and cartoony. You can build on it later, you know. You can go back in and re-detail. You don't have to do everything in one blow anymore. You can relax and chill a little bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give them rough ideas of where feet should be. Now let's take a look at this head and what I want him to look like here. Get a yell going on. I like that. Get a little scrunchy eye look here. Keep it scrunchy. Get like a samurai look here. Little height top there. Get the hilt of the sword. Just find your blade. Let it kind of find itself. I like to angle it sometimes to help give me a better perspective of what I'm shooting for. Once again, here's where the eraser tool is so helpful. A lot. Just go ahead and erase your lines and start over again. I like this. Get that samurai sword look. There we go. Let's see, get a bit more. The nose is going to be. This is kind of looking cool. That looks like a pretty cool thing, but we want to go a bit more manga, I think, with it. I think it's just too. What's the word I'm looking for? American. So what we're going to do is we're going to this layer. We're going to delete, scratch all that out of there because we can. We're going to go back up to 100% and take this one down. And now we're going to do something different. Let's zoom in a little bit, get a closer approach, change our perspective. Okay. Now, let's see. What we want to do here, more manga. So let's go ahead and break them down. Manga style is very, very cartoonish. So you have a lot of room to experiment with manga. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go a little cartoonier than I'm normal used to. I like that V-top thing, so I want to go with that V-top look. I don't know why, I just think it suits this character, just my artistic point of view. Definitely want to go with the top knot, you know, get that little, he's a young warrior. and he shall avenge his family's honor, which are noble traits, let's be honest. Give him a little bit of a... He is a brave samurai. So, yeah, it's... Ooh, I'm liking that. That's very nice. Let's go ahead and give it like a little belt loop here. Some sort. I'm not sure what I want to do with this yet, but I definitely... Let's go this way. Let's go ahead and get the legs angled up in here. Lot more manga looking, I believe. I think I'm really nailing this image here. So, like I'm showing, I mean, where we went from the first sketch to this sketch, you're building on the idea. You're narrowing the options down. So this is how the image in my head is looking, and quite frankly, to tell you the truth, I'm thinking this is looking better than the image that was in my head. I really am just loving how this is really looking good. Let you know it's running through the belt. I'm a stickler sometimes for some details. Let's go ahead and get this sleeve down here and get a little action lines going on in here with this. Get the thumb area here, sword put in, and I think we're pretty good. I'm not sure if I want to. Let's actually take a look at that from another angle here. Make sure I got that. Oh yeah, I think that's looking good. Go ahead and just do it like that. There we go. Just some rough lines. We don't need to go into full detail yet. We're still building on it, you know. So just getting this in here. Thinking of how I want. I've always been a big fan of the tabby boots with the little toes and everything. I'm like, oh, those look so comfortable. There's a ninja shoe, I guess you would call them. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that hook in there. Do a little wrapping effect here. Remember, does not need to be exact duplicate detail right now. We are just sketching this out. So let's try to make sure my lines hold up. Oh yeah, I'm liking that shape right there. That's looking really kind of cool. So yeah, drinking and drawing. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys had fun. Tune in next time. Check you guys out later. Bye.